It's Week 7 of the National Football League, and we'll play host to a battle between conferences. It's the Jags and the Saints under the lights on Thursday night.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
It's going to take some time to adjust to seeing Carr running out in a new uniform instead of black and silver. It's black and gold. 35,000 yards and over 200 touchdowns with the Raiders. The Saints more than willing to let him air it out all game long to a talented group of pass catchers in the Big Easy.
Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Carr going to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Throwing now is Carr. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Carr. Going right back to Michael Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Now Carr. Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And given 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Williams again. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Jamal Williams with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. That's good on the extra point. It's now a 7-0 game. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Last year we got the Trevor Lawrence. So many tapped to be the savior of the Jaguars. He broke 4,000 yards for the first time and threw 25 touchdown passes and guided his team to the playoffs. This young man, he's been good since the first time he picked up a ball in youth league. They expect nothing less from him again this season.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as he gets this up past the 30.
Now that was a designed run. Now remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The numbers on the ground for ETN last week. 14 carries, 83 yards.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think the short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Brian Brzee in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. That is caught. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down. And that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs. Lawrence throwing right on the option. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Off the option, here's ETN. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. The Jaguars sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
2nd down and 3. Lawrence going to keep this himself. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Straight ahead, ETN. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who is shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line. On play action, Lawrence. ETN bringing in another one. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Back to the ground with ETN. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll run with ETN. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete there to Johnson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. ETN up the middle. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
It's great seeing that type of run from ETN. And look, I know we couldn't consider him for Rookie of the Year last year, but it really was his rookie season since an injury cost him all of 2021. And he looked like a Rookie of the Year, 9th in the NFL with over 1,100 yards for a surging Jaguars offense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Lawrence. Screenplay, here's ETN. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Now Lawrence to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Now Lawrence on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He's across midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. Now hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Here's Lawrence. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Down inside the 10. And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. And they'll run with ETN. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. In the early games, a lot of good matchups, one being in Indianapolis. A tough one for the Colts, as they'll match up against the Cleveland Browns. In the late afternoon games, it'll be loud in Kansas City, that's for sure, as it'll be the Chiefs taking on the LA Chargers. And then finally, the national game on Sunday night, it's a good one, between the Miami Dolphins and the Philadelphia Eagles. One of the top performers in that first half was the running back Travis Etienne. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
They go play action to Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be fourth down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before.
Going for it, here's Etienne.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Lawrence running right on the option.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
Lawrence now off the bootleg.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
He'll buy some time. That's to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have a Jags first down. They go for it on 4th and 2, and it's a gain of 6. Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Etienne.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 23. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Etienne once more.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Rolling to his right. He's got his big tight end, Farrell, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk from 8 yards out. And the Jags take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
The slot man in motion right. On second down, Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Carr's throw there taken in by Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's Carr. Over the middle to Smith. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 1 yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Derek Carr, 38 yards. And the Saints are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Lutz with the extra point. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. That's complete to his tight end, Farrell. Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They've been brilliant, perfect on 4th down so far. 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. On the draw, here's Lawrence. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. A handoff for Etienne. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Down to about the 37.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Well, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. To throw is Carr. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Throwing his Carr. He's got Thomas yet again complete. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Here's 1st and goal. Now Carr. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Touchdown! Michael Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars. Down 21-20, 70 seconds remaining. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot. Now Etienne to start the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses will focus so much downfield that there's room to run. But this time he decided to throw unsuccessfully.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. First things first here, they got to pick up the first down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. This from long, very long range. Does he have the distance? He does! It's good! My goodness, he hits it from the parking lot as time expires. And the Jaguars have won the game. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level for both of these offenses.